Alazan.
And I'm Harry Smith. Good morning, everybody.
Topping the news this morning, residents of Hawaii prepare for the worst as hurricane approaches.
Plus, we will find out why some parents are angry about a popular new show on MTV.
And get the flavor of Graceland when we show you some of the king's favorite foods. And that's just a taste of what's ahead on CBS This Morning.
Today marks the 16th anniversary of Elvis Presley's death. Last night, thousands of people remembered the king with a candlelight vigil at Graceland. But other fans chose a different way to remember, with a celebration of his life and his favorite foods. David Adler is the author of The Life and Cuisine of Elvis Presley, and he joins us from Coletta's, one of Elvis's favorite Memphis restaurants. Morning, David.
Good morning.
How did you do your research? How did you find out what Elvis liked to eat?
Well, I asked his cook and a lot of other people. I went on the road for a year and a half. I went down to Tupelo, where he was born. I spoke to the wife of his minister down there, as well as a woman who helped raise him. I went to the U.S. Army Cook School and took cooking classes in order to get a hold of his Army recipes. I went to his high school. I went to Vegas. I went to Los Angeles, where I spoke to his friend Barbara Eden and got her recipes. I basically was on the road for a year and a half, going wherever Elvis was.
A lot of serious research has gone into this, I say.
Meticulous.
Meticulous, to say the least. Now, tell us a little bit about the food in front of you. This is real Elvis food here.
It's true Elvis food. It's some of his favorites. Right here we have barbecue pizza, which is the restaurant we're dining in, Coletta's Barbecue Pizza. And it's actually pizza with barbecue on top, because when they introduced pizza in Memphis in 1950, people thought it was too foreign and Italian. So when they added barbecue, you couldn't keep the people away. And actually, Elvis used to call in and order the pizzas, and then Scylla would come out in her sports car and pick them up and bring them home. Now, over here we have chicken fried steak, which is one of Elvis's favorite dinners.
Right.
And then here we have Diet Shasta Gel, one of Elvis's favorite diet dishes.
Now, wait. Don't go by so quickly. Explain what Diet Shasta Jello is.
What don't you understand? Now, Diet Shasta Jello Diet Shasta was Elvis's favorite diet beverage. And when he was on a very strong diet, he would have it turned into gelatin. And
use that instead of water or whatever, right?
Exactly. And then his cook would cut it into cubes, and she would make a little tower out of it for Elvis as he was the king. Now, we tried to do that here this morning, but it's wiggled out of the picture.
The tower has collapsed. Now, what's right immediately in front of you there? What is that?
Right here, we have deep-fried dill pickles, which is one of teen Elvis's favorite foods. In the 1950s, for my roadside cuisine chapter, I discovered Elvis used to love these.
Deep-fried dill pickles. Have you? Now, what do they taste like?
Oh, they're absolutely delicious. They're crunchy. They go well with beer. I mean, it's a peculiar recipe, but it's surprisingly good.
We have the recipe, and we'll put it up on the screen for Elvis lovers everywhere. 8 dill pickles, half a cup of flour, quarter cup of beer. What else goes in there?
1 1/4 tablespoons each of paprika, cayenne pepper, and black pepper. A half teaspoon of salt, 2 teaspoons of garlic powder, and some dashes of tobacco. Tobacco. I had tobacco onion rings the other day. But what I must say about the beer is you might want to add a little extra beer in case the batter gets too thick. And what I've used mostly is what we down here call PBR, Pabst Blue Ribbon. So keep a little PBR on the side if you want to have a swig while you're making them, or add a little extra to the dough.
There you go. And probably Tabasco to taste, right?
Well, or tobacco to taste.
Yeah, there you go.
Your tastes are.
In your meticulous research, what is the weirdest thing, the most unusual thing you found that Elvis ate?
In addition to the fried dill pickles.
Well, that's up there.
That is up there. I'd say some of the squirrels he ate as a youngster. Now, the thing is, he had to eat, you only eat young squirrel. Old squirrel's too tough. And you have to remove all the hairs.
Did Elvis ever go on a diet that you know of?
Oh, yeah, all the time. In addition to Diet Shasta Gel, he went on other diets. Because don't forget that we have the image of this very fat Elvis. Overall, Elvis was very trim throughout his life. In fact, his stepbrother claims it was just water retention. But when he really needed to lose weight for a show, Elvis went on what's called the Sleeping Beauty diet.
Which is what?
It's a very extreme diet. He'd fly out to Vegas, check into a clinic, and literally you're just put to sleep, and you waste away the pounds while you're sleeping.
While you're sleeping.
It's actually you're actually induced into a very light coma. But Elvis did not like the diet because he fell out of bed during the middle, called his valet and said, "Get me out of here."
Get me out of here. Okay, we have about 20 seconds left. What was your most enjoyable eating experience in your research?
I think when I went to Elvis's cook's house, and she served me on plates from Graceland on a pot the food was cooked in a pot from Graceland, and she made me this chicken fried steak here, and it's absolutely delicious chicken fried steak.
Wow.
And she cut it into little tiny bite-sized pieces because that's how Elvis liked it, and it was great.
And it was great. Well, maybe we'll get the tower to stand up next time. Thank you for joining us this morning. Do
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. A lot of fun. 5 before the hour. We'll be right back.